Good morning, Eagle Nation. It is Tuesday, the 4th of April, and the 143rd day of school. Please join me today in starting our day with just a moment of silence, whether that's for reflection, for remembering somebody you loved, for getting your head in the right space today to be your best self. Let's breathe. Thank you. And now your morning announcements.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Thinking orange skies, feeling super childish. No Donald Glover. Missed call from my mother. Like, where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life.
I'd let that go if I could. What beautiful music. That song, all of you guys already know, but that was a song dedication called Golden Hour. It's from Camila, who says, I dedicate this to my friends because they are the best. Thank you, Camila, for that song dedication. Wherever you may be, please stop and stand. Let's rise together for this morning's Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please join me for 10. And one for good measure. All right, what is going on today? First, check out our attendance. Yesterday on that Monday, 93.2%. And check out, that's all it took was one good day of attendance to bring up our year to date from 89.1 to 89.2. That's 0.1%, and yet it's significant. Let's do this again today. I hope you're all here. Hope you're here on time. Yesterday's trivia, to the victor go the spoils. Let's see. Mr. C's 7th grade homeroom and Ms. Mauer's classroom have been the only ones to compete so far, yet the points continue to rise. So both of those classrooms correctly answered yesterday. The 19th Amendment was the amendment that made it possible for women to vote starting in 1920. So we have a new question for you today and encourage you to submit your response. But I've removed some scaffolds. I took away the pictures. Oftentimes we think in pictures, and those pictures can help spark connections in our brain. So I intentionally took them away because you may have to use other features, text features like headers or the text itself, or maybe your long-term memory recall. So who is this person? Who is this person today? This individual was an actress. She was the first Chinese-American film star in Hollywood, and her face very recently just appeared on the United States $quarter. Who is this individual we are talking about? No coordinate grid for today, so all I need to know is the answer. When you get it, work as a class, submit it in the button below this video, and you can earn 15 points for today. Also, we don't have any shout-outs for today, so shout somebody out. There's never going to be words wasted if they're words of encouragement. So shout out a teacher today. Think on something that you appreciate that they've done for you lately to recognize them and build them up. And teachers, of course, please do the same to our students. Eagle Dollars is a good way to do it, but even without the Eagle Dollars, look for a reason today to build a student up in your classroom that maybe just needs a push. In the WAG, if you're not caught up, AASA writing today is 5th and 6th graders from 9 until 11. So 5th and 6th graders, Ms. Hernandez and Ms. Romero, we are with you. In heart, mind, and spirit, and writers, we are with you too. Do your best work. If any day is good to slow down and write, it's today. If you can think it, you can say it. If you can say it, you can get that information to your hand and write it. Organize your thoughts today. Use transition words. Capitalize the first sentence, first letter in a sentence. Punctuate all of them. And then read your writing over and over and over. Good writers are good readers, and they read their own stuff more than they do any writing. So read your own writing. Tonight, girls basketball versus Magnet at Herrera, 5:50 p.m. Good luck to our Eagle girls basketball. Ms. Lehman's birthday's tomorrow, so if you see her, wish her a happy early birthday. Who's doing the thinking? Classroom walkthroughs will be coming up and starting again soon. Could be today, if not in the coming days, but want to suggest two possibilities, teachers. If students should be talking more than the teacher, and students, you can help us out with this. My encouragement would be for you to try and just keep a tally. In 20 minutes time, so set a timer, and a student could help you with this too. Tally how many times you ask questions versus how many times you make statements. And then compare those two sides of the T-chart. Questions versus statements in a finite period of time. See how you do. And if you're asking more questions, chances are you're allowing students to talk more than you as you facilitate learning. The other suggestion is to, anytime you have students presenting or delivering or sharing responses, give students something to listen for and something to respond to. Give them something overt to do. They could add on to an idea that they've heard. They could challenge an idea that they heard. They could agree or disagree with something that they heard. They could seek evidence and evaluate that evidence and whether or not it was any good. But give students something overt to do. That means if they're listening, they also should be responding to it with gestures or by writing it or adding it to a graphic organizer or to a notebook. So don't let your audience members be passive. It's part of the learning process to always be engaged when presenters are presenting. Tomorrow, as a school, we'll continue to take a look at SEL. We'll return to that and your progress with it since the last time, which was in December, and PBIS, and what updates do we need to carry us through the finish line at the end of this school year. With that, let's get to some words of wisdom so you can get to the business of teaching and learning today. And today is on the topic of choices and your character. Have you ever been up to bat, struck out, and then gotten mad at the umpire for making a bad call? Or maybe in a soccer game, or maybe in a basketball game. Have you ever made a bad grade on a test and then been mad at the teacher for making the test too hard? Listen to what American writer Edgar Howe says. When I am angry at myself, I find fault with others. The next time you are angry and find yourself blaming other people, ask yourself this: who am I really mad at? Am I mad at myself for not hitting the ball? Am I mad at myself because I didn't study as hard as I should have? Be honest with yourself. And then remember this: it's easy to blame someone else for our mistakes, but it takes real strength to take responsibility for our choices and actions. And when we take responsibility, we can do better next time. With something to think about, this is Mr. Lodato. Mask up today as needed. There's a lot of stuff going around, including allergies and pollen in the air. Hats, hoods, and sunglasses off indoors. Then stay in your zones, put away your phones, and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.